much needed and much welcome diversion. The NFL is back. Here we go, week 1. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
At their own. Yard line.
Nice run there by Jones on first down as he'll wind up getting about 5. So 2nd and 5 coming up.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. To throw is Rodgers. Going for the deep ball. That's caught inside the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
A 4-receiver look here. 3 out to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 8. He'll get this to Lazard. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Flush to his right. A dump underneath to Jones. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones taking it in. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Good. Makes the score Packers 7, Vikings nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down right at
Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal or try to get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he whips that one incomplete there. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Got an open man finding Jefferson.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. From the gun, here's Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the 1st down due to the previous penalty.
Complete to Dalvin Cook. A gain of 14. Brings up 2nd.
On 2nd down, it's Cook, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground, though his Vikings actually wound up falling 21-16 at Lambeau.
Play fake. Cousins. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A well-executed 22-yard gain. 9-yard line. They'll run with Cook. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. A gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll run for it with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. D.C. Johnson there to make the grab. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
Well, the number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there and put his man on the ground.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Dancing to his left. And he's going to go down again. Michael Pierce, in all of his 340-pound glory, gets the sack.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup.
And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Throwing, Cousins. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. But a Viking was able to corral this one, and Minnesota will keep possession. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Cousins into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Time to go to work. And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Escape. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
He's brought down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Give to Cook out of the gun. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it. Cook. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. At first glance, I wasn't sure he got it. Then I saw that spot. Definitely a first down.
It was, but boy, on the other side, you disputed a little bit, wouldn't you? Okay, if you're playing defense, are you sure he got there? But that's why they tell you all the time, don't just get what you need, get a little bit more, and take the decision out of the hands of the official.
Well, there he needed a yard. He got a yard and maybe an inch. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 61 yards, and the Vikings have taken the lead.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Vikings 14, Packers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That could be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Rodgers. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On play action, Cousins. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Now Cousins. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Viking field goal. A 23-yard attempt.
And Bailey able to knock it through. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded in the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone, as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off.
Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
On play action, it's Rodgers. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A good pickup there, a 22.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the...
And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown.
Well, let the natural light of today reflect that he is now getting into the end zone 2 times.
Look at you. You're a little Ralph Waldo Emerson, is that his name?
No, I was just going with the meteorologist. Said it was a day game. I'm here.
Crosby with the extra point, and the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Cousins. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete.
And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how you look at it, how you cut it, how you parse it. Adam Thielen continues to be an absolute marvel coming from where he did Division III football to being one of the top receivers in the NFL. But it's going to be vital for the Vikings in 2020 to keep number 19 on the field, especially since he lost his old running mate Stephon Diggs to the Buffalo Bills. And a hamstring injury last year really held his numbers in check. His lowest receiving yardage since 2015. Look for another breakout from Adam Thielen after plays like that. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up.
On 2nd and 11 now. Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Cousins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Packer drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
It's now 2nd and 6.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. Abdullah to return. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10.
They're on 44-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. The passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Now Cousins. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And the running back position just continues to evolve from what I saw as a youngster when you just took the ball from the quarterback and ran as far as you could. Nowadays, you've got to be able to catch the ball as well. And there were 15 running backs last season, partner, that ran for over 1,000 yards, but only 3 had 500 or more receiving yards as well. Leonard Fournette with Jacksonville, Christian McCaffrey, of course, with Carolina, and this guy right here, Dalvin Cook.
And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point, just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. To throw is Cousins. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Cousins now. He's going to
get this one down to Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Hey, bro, do I got to punt this or not? I ain't trying to cheat you, my nigga, but, nigga, even Madden tell me to go for it. Just let me know. Alright, I got you. Fuck around, take the penalty then, fuck it.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. Here's Green right now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. The first down screen pass, good for 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The shotgun, it's Jones. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Gain of 5.
On play action, Rodgers. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play.
One of the underrated aspects of Devontae Adams' game is his toughness. He had to battle his way through injury last year, and while his numbers may have dipped, he was still the #1 target for the Green Bay Packers and their quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, and still one of the best receivers in the league. Constantly.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 53 yards. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front. It's up and good to make it 21-17.
Makes the score Packers 21, Vikings 17.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the 2nd half. They'll need to change that here.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter. Partner watching the drive would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. And Cook has it, left side. And he'll have it past midfield, almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
One of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Cousins. And has it, the tight end. And they'll wind up getting this with all the way down inside the 20. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
So it's 1st and goal. Need to be a little wary of leaving Aaron Rodgers too much time, but you got to score here first. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Now a run with Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
3rd and goal.
Now Cousins. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
Wow, I know it's a never-say-never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
He'll get this to Lazard. And brought down
down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now a play fake. Rodgers. They'll roll him out right. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Only the Titans converted more red zone opportunities into touchdowns than the Packers last year, and they've got an opportunity here, first and goal.
Eluding the pressure right toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Incomplete on the throwaway. Brings up second and goal.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. Rodgers to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Now there's the timeout signaled for with 2 seconds to go. And the field goal unit likely trying to send this one to overtime. Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. With 2 seconds left in regulation, this to force overtime. And the 13-year man puts it through. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Taken in the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
And inches.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. On the give, this is their fullback. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
I don't know about you, partner, but on second and inches, a lot of the times I'm leery about the offensive guys thinking about taking a shot downtown. Instead, they just hand it to the big man and let him rumble forward for a first down.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
And it's pretty evident when you watch how Minnesota plays, just how important Dalvin Cook is to their offense. A 1,000-yard rusher a year before, the first one the Vikings had since Adrian Peterson was dominating their carries. And having Cook in the lineup for the bulk of the season, that made Minnesota exactly what their head coach Mike Zimmer wanted them to be. A much more physical team that complemented their defense.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming. let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 16 yards, a first down. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone, all right? You don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to them.
And now this first drive in OT continues. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense that got 2 timeouts maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing is Cousins. His throw caught at about the 5. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal. To the air again, it's Cousins. And this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime. A little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime. And then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Vikings, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis